Good morning. How's it going? Karen Stokes here. I hope that you're well and your week is going okay. We're nearly there. If you stand on your tippy toes, you can see the weekend. I'm standing on my platform tippy toes. So I wanted to just come on and to record this video and to share it to answer your questions about Treading Softly, which is the new online program that I've created and that I just shared yesterday. So I know sometimes initially it's a bit vague, but that's because for me personally, and I know marketers would say something very different, if there's too much in it, I just kind of, it just, a lot of it goes over my head. So I just kind of drip feed then over the following days, the relevant information. So this is a sort of a Q&A, if you like, based on the questions that I've already received in my inbox and on the post. So the first thing that I do just want to say is for anybody who did All of Me Loves All of Me last year, which is where we were together in a group for the entire month of April. It's the similar concept in that we're in a private group and that there is accountability and that there's daily content posted morning and evening. But I suppose the subject, the actual context concept is different. So whereas last year it was all about daily meditations and affirmations for body love and gratitude, this program is quite different in that it's designed not to get us specifically focus on one area or aspect of our lives. It is going to be a literal A to Z of activities or practices that you can do that will help you slow down in order to build you up. And the reason behind that is, and I am speaking from personal experience here. I know that, when a new year starts, and I mean, we're already almost finished February, we have a lot of great intentions, and then life gets in the way. And you can start to sometimes feel exhausted, resentful, burned out, and you recognize that there is not one aspect of my day that was about me. And it's so easy to get caught up in the grind, this mentality, this slay all day mentality that I mentioned in the post yesterday. That, unless you're on your knees at bedtime and unless you've done this, and I hold my hands up. This is why I'm doing this program. This is why I created this program. Myself and my friend had messaged each other at the end of the day, productive day, boom, 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 boom. This is what we've done. But I mightn't have eaten. I certainly got no fresh air. I certainly did not take 5 minutes to slow down and breathe, to check in with myself and ask myself how I am. There may even be days, I'm ashamed to say, where it's 6 in the evening, I haven't even gone to the loo. Like, just crazy stuff, but it's so easy to get caught up in that. And one thing that I really want to say is, if you read my post yesterday and your initial thought or feeling or reaction was, I don't have time for that, well, then this program is for you. This program is for you because you are of the mindset that you don't have 10 minutes in your day to dedicate purely just to you, to focus on you and your well being and self care. So if you felt yesterday, I don't have time for that, it's most definitely for you. 100%. And most of the content and what we're going to be doing together over the 30 days, 10 minutes is all I'm kind of asking for. If you want to give more, absolutely do. And my goal and my hope is that by the end of it, that you will be given more than 10 minutes each day. But, I really feel that if you think about 10 minutes, like for me, I was thinking about this the other day. My kettle takes 5 minutes to boil. I don't drink tea or coffee, so I'm only ever boiling the kettle if somebody else is here, or for dishes, or for the mop bucket, or for whatever. So I'm never waiting on the kettle to boil for a cup of tea or coffee or anything for me because I don't drink hot drinks. 5 minutes it takes my kettle to boil. My toaster takes, I think, 6 or 7 minutes because I like my toast kind of well done. So that's 11 or 12 minutes there. Now, in that space of time that I'm standing, usually waiting, for the toast to pop or for the kettle to boil, that's 10 minutes that I could have something done. And when I say something done, I don't mean a chore or a task, I mean something for you. So if you break it down into looking at what 10 minutes actually looks or feels like, And the other thing I said in the post was, if I said to you, if I met you and I said, have you got 10 minutes? Chances are you'd say, yeah, even when you don't. And in my other job, like in my muggle job, I'd often have a query or something, and I'd say to my manager, have you got a minute? And she'll say, yeah. And I know she doesn't have a minute. It might take us 30 or 40 minutes to get to the bottom of it. That's 30 or 40 minutes she doesn't have. Um, that is maybe making her day longer, but we've sorted an issue or a problem. And, I guarantee you, if I said to her, give yourself 30 or 40 minutes, she probably couldn't justify that. But she's given it to me without a thought. So that was what I was trying to say about we give our time away with it just doesn't, knock a breeze out of us sometimes. Of course, yeah, what do you need or what can I do if somebody rings us? So, I was on the phone to somebody last night, and I think I was probably on the phone for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Now, that's very rare. I don't really talk on the phone, but I hadn't spoken to this person in a while, so there was a lot to talk about. But I did kind of, when I was going to bed, say, wow, that's, an hour and a half. It's amazing how quickly that goes by. But I would never set aside an hour and a half to myself for something pleasurable or that's going to uplift me or calm me or relax me, unless it's a movie, because movies are my thing. But do you understand just what I'm trying to get at about how it's so easy to say, I don't have time? And I'm, often guilty of saying I don't have time. When it comes to work, I will dedicate the time. I will set the time aside. I will spend a day on my laptop, doing this, creating stuff, putting stuff together. That's not even an issue for me. But for me, for Karen's needs, for Karen to create, to carve out and maintain a spiritual practice, no. And I've been saying this since last October when I was away in my friend's house. I'm going to dedicate 10 minutes, 15 minutes every day to myself and to just slowing down, to breathing, to checking in, to doing something, you know, short but significant that I like or that uplifts me, that lights me up, that relaxes me, whatever. And I haven't done that. And again, stuff has happened, stuff's gotten in the way, there's been a few health issues, but I can hold my hand up and say the health issues are to do with me fucking going around like a headless chicken, the grinds, and not even taking a moment to just breathe, to just sit, to even lie down and just rest. So yeah, it's all coming back to the one thing, which is, you know, this mentality of, oh, I need to do this, running around. And you might be listening to me going, yeah, but I have to do this stuff. And I'm not doubting for 1 minute that you do, because I absolutely have to do the stuff that I've been doing. But I look now at what I am spending time on that I don't have to be doing. And again, I'm always very honest with you. Like spending an hour on TikTok watching kids in Brazil matching up bottles. If you're on TikTok, you might know what I'm talking about. I can easily lose an hour of my life at night time watching those kids try to match those coloured bottles. Like there's an hour that doesn't uplift me spiritually. Okay, yes, I'm delighted that they're winning the little money notes, whatever it is. But really, Karen, really, you know? So that type of thing, looking at where my time goes, rabbit holes down social media, I'm desperate for it. But I would say to you, I really don't have 10 or 15 minutes to do meditation now. And also, I'm so wired from the phone and all of the stuff that if I did go to do meditation, I probably would only hear, a percentage of it. So I'm just trying to be honest with you to show you that I know how easy it is to say, I don't have time. And many of us genuinely don't have time. But this program is designed to help you very gently to make the time, to carve out that time, to set aside that time every day. And we really saw this last year with All of Me Loves All of Me. It takes 21 days to create a habit. And I showed up every single day for 30 days. I had never done that in my life with anything. So that was a huge, I suppose, a real realization for me of the commitment. When something means something to me, I will absolutely show up every day, but also when I have the accountability. And I had to show up in that group every day. That was the purpose of it, to be there and to deliver the content and to do the check-ins with the members and everything. But again, I need that accountability for myself personally, and I know that about myself. So that is why, you know, to say 30 days, at the end of 30 days, I took time for me every single day. And since that program last year, I can hand on heart say, I do not talk shit about myself anymore. I do not put myself down. I do not slag off my body or make jokes about myself. I'm not harsh or cruel to myself and my body the way I was, because 30 days of filling it with love and acceptance and gratitude created a new habit. And it's not even conscious anymore. I just don't do it. So, in the same way that after a 30-day program of taking time every day to do something for you, at the end of those 30 days, you might leave with a new habit carved out in your life that you just won't miss. That it's part of your day that you have to do something. And maybe the 10 minutes will become 15, or maybe 20. Okay, so I just want you to know the reason why I created it. I am tired of talking the talk and not walking the walk. So again, tread softly, Again, we go through like boom, boom, get this done, running here, run there. How about just slowing everything down, being a little bit softer, a little bit gentler with yourself? And one of the things I said, and I have it written down here, is, sorry if I could just find it. This program is designed to remove the harshness and the weight of should. Should is such a heavy word, and replace it with the soft and gentle possibility of could. So instead of I should be doing something every day for myself, I could be doing something every day for myself. If I didn't watch those kids on TikTok for an hour, well, then I could, have a nice bath. I could go for a walk. I could write a page in my journal. I could watch an uplifting, TED talk or listen to a podcast. I could, whatever. So I really, really want to try and remove the harshness of should and replace it with could. So this is just to give you all an idea of where this came from. It's been trying to come in for weeks. It even had a different name. And quite recently there, I was just my own head. I'm just in my head so much lately. I'm not sleeping. My head doesn't switch off. So I was like, right, I need to do something. So I did a meditation. I lay on my bed. I did a meditation and I did some tapping. And my God, did that clear stuff. It was like whoosh. It was like quick, get the pen and paper. And this all came in one boom, 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 boom. And I was able to, create it. So it's been trying to come in for weeks. I just couldn't really, it was like it's at the edge of my brain is the only way to describe it. I kind of knew in a roundabout way what I wanted to do, but not what it would look, feel, or sound like. And now I do. So, just in relation to your questions that you've been asking me and that you've been sending me, I just want to answer them, okay? So, the first one is, do we need Zoom? Absolutely not. Zoom would be too much of a commitment to have to show up every day and try and log in and be present, or, I'm just not doing it that way. So, no, we don't need Zoom. It's going to be in a private Facebook group. So, you will need a Facebook profile in order to be able to be added into the group. And again, it's private, as in no one else can see you're in the group except the other members that are in there. And all of the content is private, and there are guidelines around confidentiality and privacy and respecting the space and all of that. Is it just for women? No, it's not. And I do realize that the graphics, but again, they were what came in because of the treading softly. I really just wanted people, when they see that image, to think of slowing down and just, taking gentle steps forward. But so I do appreciate that the excuse me, the graphics may make it look like it's only for women. It's not. It's for any person who wants to try and carve out or create time every day for something for them, something that helps them either connect to themselves, connect to their divine, connect to nature, whatever it is, but that helps them to slow down in order to build themselves up. So it's for any person who really feels that they need that right now. How long will I need each day? My guideline is 10 minutes. So every morning in the group, like from 8 o'clock, there will be content posted. There will be the activity or the guideline. I'm not giving too much away, okay? Purposely. There will be something posted at 8 o'clock, a video or a graphic every day that gives you the outline of what it is that we would like you to focus on or look at or try and carve in or weave into your day. And then there will be an evening check-in every day. And that's not to say if you haven't done it or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just a reminder, because again, I'm old school. I often go home in the evening and I have about five X's on my hand, but that's to remind me to do stuff when I got to log on or watch that or so and so's going live or, that type of thing. So it's just a little evening to say, how are you doing? This is what we're about today. Okay. What if I miss a day? It's no problem because all of the content will always be there. So I know last year with All of Me Loves All of Me, there were people running 1 and 2 days behind, but they were still showing up every day then and watching the content every morning and doing whatever they need to do. So if you miss a day, it doesn't matter. It's all there and it will be very clearly in order. What will we be doing? So again, I'm not going to tell you the actual specifics of what we're going to be doing, but all of the content is designed around sometimes completely slowing down, sometimes moving or shifting energy, calming the mind, sometimes moving the body, and soothing the soul. So trying to cover all of the bases and tick all of the boxes. So as I said, it's a literal A to Z of activities or spiritual practices to slow us down, to build us up. Okay. And what do I need? So you need openness, obviously, but if you sign up for the program and you join the group, that is indicating an openness. So an openness to want to change, to create a habit, to carve out a spiritual practice for yourself every day. And when I say spiritual practice, it doesn't mean, it doesn't have to be prayer, it doesn't have to be worship, anything like that. It's simply checking in with yourself and giving yourself the time that you give to everybody else. Um, so I would recommend that you have a journal or a notebook, one at least that has 30 pages in it, so that you can kind of keep a note or keep track of every day what your activity or your practice was or your connection was. And then if you wish, you can write in, if you did it, how it felt, if you liked it, if you didn't, any of your thoughts, feelings, or reflections. And it is nice to have that to look back on. So yeah, I would recommend, a journal or a notebook and a pen. And that is pretty much it. That is pretty much it. And as I said, all of the content that's going to be in the group that I've created is to keep things as simple as possible. So you don't have an excuse to say, I can't do that today because I haven't got that, or I can't go there. It's all designed to keep it simple. And, at the end of the month to be able to say, no, I didn't just march through March, you know, did, did, did. I just see this kind of mad kind of, yeah, I just can't even explain it. The grind is just what keeps coming to me, like, you know, um, go, 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 do, sell, 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 that type of energy. And instead, not marching through March, treading softly through March. And we will finish on the 30th, which is the Saturday. So we begin next Friday, which is Friday the 1st, and I will open the group and open the program with an evening live. So I will come on and do a live for about a half an hour, just to welcome everybody, just to set the tone for the group, and to share some cards with you. And the cards that I'm going to be using throughout the program are the Self Care Wisdom Deck by Cheryl Richardson and the Sacred Self Care Oracle by Jill Pyle. So you will get to know these cards a little bit throughout the program as well. So the live for the opening on the 1st will be, just some gentle grounding, some just checking in and welcoming everybody, and some of these cards. Then every day there will be content in the group early morning. So again, you know from early on in the day what the content for that day is, and then an evening check-in. And then on the 30th, because 31st is Easter and it's a Sunday, so I won't be doing anything then. We will finish and close down on the 30th, knowing that you have, hopefully completed a 30-day program where you have checked in with yourself, you have slowed down every day, even just for 10 minutes, and you can go to bed that night and hopefully close your eyes saying, I did something for me today, and I'm so worthy of that. So that is basically the program in a nutshell, without actually telling you the content, but just hopefully explaining how it works. And as I said, the content will always be there. So even, if you're away or there's something going on, you can just come back and jump back on. And some of it you might be able to say, okay, well, I'm 2 days behind. I can actually do both of those today. And then, reflect on them in my journal. So that's, I suppose I don't think there's anything else I haven't covered. The investment is €47, which adds together as 11, which is a master number. And we're always about trying to just be in alignment with manifesting, better habits, better practices, and living the best life for ourselves that we deserve. So if you would like to sign up, you have until, next Friday morning, I suppose Thursday the 29th, just to get into the group and get sorted and be ready. But again, because it's an evening live on the Friday, you kind of have up till Friday morning as well. So it's €47. You can book and reserve your place with Revolut or PayPal. If you don't have my links, you can message me and I'll send them to you. And again, if there's anything I haven't answered or any questions that you still have, just do get in touch and I'm happy to answer them for you. Okay. But if this sounds like, yeah, if what I say relates to you, if it resonates, if it has landed, if you're agreeing, if you're nodding, going, yeah, that's me, well, then this group is for you and you would be more than welcome. I'd be delighted to have you on board so we can tread softly together through the month of March, coming out at the end of it, feeling really proud and hopefully see the benefit and the shift in our energy, having committed, really deeply committed to taking time for ourselves every day, no matter what is going on around us. There's not one of us that can't hopefully lock the bathroom door, and take 10 minutes to do that. So that's treading softly, okay? And I just want to, before we go, today's the 22nd of the 2nd, and 22 is a master number. I love the number 22. And there's no such thing as coincidence, okay? So I took out this book. It's the Angel Numbers book by Doreen Virtue. And I said, I'm going to look up what number 22 is. And I have a little bookmark in this book, and it's a postcard. And when I looked at the postcard, I just thought, wow. So there's a foot and there's a daisy. Daisy has significance to me. But the message on the postcard is, when your legs are tired, walk with your heart. So I just thought that was really significant because, as I said, the image for it, treading softly, is a woman, and again, it's not following in someone else's footsteps or footprints, it's carving out your own. So I thought that was quite a significant synchronicity. And then the message for number 22 is simply, your deep conviction manifests miracles and wonderful new opportunities. Keep the faith. So deep conviction or deep belief or deep commitment, and whether that's in yourself, in miracles manifesting and things changing, improving for the better, or in, creating a deep conviction that, okay, this is going to be the time now that I really start. Enough of the talk. I'm going to walk the walk and I'm going to take care of me. So that's 22. Today's the 22nd of the 2nd. Have a wonderful day. Message me with any queries, and I'd love to welcome you on board to Treading Softly. Bye.